It is all over at F&B Stadium. I should have said Orlando Stadium because it was a home game for Orlando Pirates, but they took it to F&B. Amabagabaka Esgamakepula 2, Mamelodi Sundowns 1. In a game where everybody said it was going to be 3-0, 4-0, or whatever the score that was predicted by many. Mamelodi Sundowns gets their third defeat this season as Orlando Pirates close that gap a little bit because right now, as we speak, is 15 points behind. Orlando Pirates gets their first win over Mamelodi Sundowns on the lock after 10 games. Welcome home. Let's talk, let's engage. This is my views, my expressions. Please do subscribe, share, we are here and I repeat, Orlando Pirates 2, Mamelodi Sundowns 1. A beautiful praise from Umfukeng. Sundowns came back, managed to get a goal from Umudau, but they couldn't be able to get an equalizer. I'm having it as usual, but I'm Saibo, Sundown.
Sanbunan Mafito, this is my views, my expressions. We're doing a review of a Sundowns versus Pirates game. It's FNP, where we saw Pirates getting maximum points and winning by 2-1.
A beautiful game. Why are you not saying a beautiful game of football?
I don't think it was beautiful.
Why?
Because instead of seeing good players on the pitch, we saw referee trying to pull the attention to his face.
Oh, Nako.
Yeah, that's it.
Nako, it's always about the referee. Can't you just lose? Like, yeah, every time you lose or you play a draw, it's a referee's mistake.
No, it's not a mistake.
What was it?
It's a referee's authority.
But you know what matters the most here?
I know, yes.
Is that Orlando Pirates won and they took all 3 points.
That's what matters the most, yes.
Whatever let's leave that aside and focus on the game. Yeah. Now, let's go to the game. I thought it was a beautiful game. Those 2 beautiful goals in the first half. Sundowns was still sleeping and they hadn't been on as in Segiadlalo right now, and Orlando Pirates capitalized on that by scoring those 2 goals very early on the game. But we saw a beautiful game through the first half. The second half, Sundowns was punching back, trying to get a goal, but it couldn't be on their way. They managed to get one through Umudau, but it wasn't it for today. It wasn't their game today.
I think first of all, congratulations to Pirates for getting 3 points, today, and I think it was a well planned game from their coach. Yeah. In terms of defending. I told you before the game started, after I saw Ilana Pirates with their 3-man back line and then fullbacks Van Rooyen and this guy the Namibian Hoto, yeah. And then with Udlamini and Makaula and Bata in the middle of the park. The intention was very clear. They wanted to minimize the space in between the attackers and the midfield of Mamelodi Sundowns, which I think they did that, and they hoped for mistakes from the Sundowns defense, and then they got those and they capitalized on those, and then that was it. After scoring those 2 goals, they just sat back, and then Lukolopad was there as well to assist them with Sipochen.
Gonna find a way of talking about the referee. They said back, they managed the game. What I saw was a game management. Pirates managed to like, they played like professionals, like the champions. On the Champions League, this is a type of a game that we see on the Champions League, when a team scores first and manage the game until the last whistle.
Managing the game is one thing, but the referee chanting and then complimenting the goalkeeper for sleeping for about 8 minutes. For 8 minutes is killing momentum.
But how can the ref know because Because umdlalo bambala ukuthi ulimele, it's a goalkeeper and you stop the game. You cannot be able to play. You cannot say vuka wena unalutho as a referee. That's what you wanted.
And there were moments where I think Uchain didn't touch the ball early, and the game is yaphela sine yellow card from Tapiro Club. Chain did not get any yellow card, and Goalkeeper was going to him. I look at Kuluman. Angas want to talk to a person who's delaying the game. I don't know, but it's a congratulations to Pirates.
So you wanted Chain to get a red card, a yellow card?
He didn't get a yellow card. I can't want him to get a red card before a yellow card. So if he doesn't get a yellow card, then it's clear what the ref is doing.
It's clear that whatever he was doing with Chain was not seen as an offense by the referee. You have 6 seconds to hold the ball. So
yeah,
if you then think
I'm not talking about him holding the ball when the game is on. I'm talking about him not wanting to start the ball when the ball is off. That's where the offense starts.
Okay.
There's no offense when the ball is on. It's only an offense when you exceed the seconds on holding the ball. I think it's 6 or 8 seconds.
Okay.
There's a difference between the two.
Maybe to move away from Ushain or the errors of the referee, let's focus on your players now, because Suarez did not have a good game and he was substituted. He was mad about that. He threw down Machakes, he threw down Ipuzo when he was substituted, but he didn't have a good game. There's even the first goal, I personally thought it was an error from him. Instead of running for the ball, but he went to push Umahopa, hoping whether Umahopa Uzowa or what was going to happen. And then he just completely did not have a good game. Motiba, I also think he did not have a good game. I thought he was supposed to be substituted. I'm not a fan of the type of football played by Divine Lunga, but today I would have opted for Divine Lunga after I saw what Motiba did. And then let's go to Mudau as well. Mudau got so many opportunities before Morenangene when he was playing up front, where you could thought you should just play a square, but he didn't do that. But luckily for him, he got a goal. So that's wind up or brushed off everything negative that we saw. But let's talk about your players rather than pointing the time wasting, the referee error from the other part.
Yeah, okay, I'll move, but I'll mention those actions from the ref and the goalkeeper. But now we move to Sundowns players. I think Umtiba Suarez and maybe Umtao, yeah, he did score the goal, which then washes away everything that he did wrong. I don't know, Umtiba he network being the entire game, every ball I think I wrong, everything I wrong. I don't know whether I was scared, but he was just off. And then sorry, show timing. Kuzi ball liza kumakhopa akabona umakhopa uzofika qala ebholeni, then makhopa mafika qala ebholeni he dives. Makhopa is alone, really is running on the shoulders of the defenders abamboni, and then the goalkeeper is nowhere to be found. So I think Pirates capitalized on those areas that Sundowns did and just went back to sit at the back and just dive around until the game ended. But the Sundowns players should have done better than what they did today, and they know that.
I just think every time you speak about Pirates, you say dive around.
Yeah.
Like I think they were solid at the back. They managed the game.
Yeah,
you're running away from that. You just say dive around.
I mentioned that earlier. Also, they were solid because they had 3 center backs, which is good.
Yeah.
But whenever Sundowns tried to dispossess Pirates were just diving, and Lukolo Party would not judge that ball. There was a time where Umakaul uyabuka ukuthi uMetuzi uyazoma ke ball wadive uMetuzi esalapha and uyaqhubeka uyajudge uLuxolo Party instead of giving him a yellow card for assimilation. Those were just the moments that killed the momentum of the game and the psychology of Sundowns players until kwaze kwaphela game. That was just it. I didn't see a lot of movements from Orlando Pirates.
The man of the match today,
yeah, it deserved it.
KZN, KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah, it deserved it because I think their main priority today was just to defend and hope for a few mistakes and then just go home, which is what happened. At the back, they were solid.
I don't think their main aim was just to defend because they are playing at home. So if you get a goal, you then by virtue of that, you need to protect it at 4 points. But it's not. I don't think it was the game plan. Your coach, which we're going here to defend. We're playing at home. We want to win. We want to close the gap.
Yeah, and then why do you dive when people want to take the ball from you?
But you already have 3 points. Now you're protecting what you have. But I wanted to talk about Mbogazi. Mbogazi, we saw him being introduced. Game, I think they were playing Chippa United. And then we saw him getting a man of the match game at Super Sports and Nedbank. And today he managed to get a man of the match by pocketing Ribeiro, as the fans say. It's not my words. What do you think about that?
Yeah, congratulations to the boy.
Ribeiro was pocketed.
Congratulations to Mbogazi. I don't think Ribeiro had a good game.
Because of Mbogazi.
Besides that.
Come on. What else would have stopped him from trying to do whatever he wanted to do? It wasn't Mbogazi.
I think Mbogazi had a good game.
By pocketing Ribeiro.
By not conceding a lot of goals.
Let's talk about second half. Second half, we saw Mamelodi Sundowns punching hard, trying to ensure that they get a goal. But my question is always with the sense of agents. I always struggle to see that from Mamelodi Sundowns. Even if they are goal down, I'm not sure whether it's a strategy or it's their type of play where they don't push too hard. Like if a Pirates is a goal behind, you see with Pirates they want a goal. But the Sundowns, they still relax. Even when they're punching, they just doing it with very much caution at the back. So what did you think of their form of attack when they were 2-0 down and when they are 2-1 down?
They were complacent of it. When you have a left centre back and a left back off on the game, you can't do a lot of things, because normally Umtiba is one of the people who initiate Sundowns attack, and today he got a lot of space that he didn't use. Instead of moving with the ball or make a solid pass, he just pass the ball to the opponent. Wrong, and then Suarez again in the middle of the park. I thought maybe it was going to be better if we had an Abbas who was going to sit at the back behind Umkwen, and then maybe attack with an Alend and Debo Umkwen. But the coach didn't see it like this, because I think Umkwen had a lot of balls that he was trying to play in behind defensive Pirate, but he didn't have a lot of time offensively, because he was always scared to Zamus and the rest defense, trying not to concede from Mama break attack Pirates. And so by doing so, later
okay.
They were chasing the game. They should have put everything forward, but again, you have to be cautious, because they are going to concede another goal if we are going to let the opponents play a break attack. Okay.
In closing now, Sundowns have about 7 games, and then to finish the league. And Orlando Pirates have only played 19 games, so that's to say they've got now 11 games. And Pirates is 15 points behind, but they do have 4 games in hand, which does not mean that those 4 games are points, but anything can be possible.
Yeah.
Again, do you still think the league is over?
Unless another hand plays the role.
What are you talking about?
The refs. Those guys, they play a huge role in deciding who wins the game.
So you're saying
Sundowns went to Hammersdale one day, and they had 3 of their goals called off. And if you can go and ask the ref on the
now
day,
we move from Pirates to Hammersdale.
Yeah, we're talking about the league. We wouldn't be talking about this 15-point gap if the ref was good in Hammersdale.
Okay.
Yeah, we wouldn't be talking about these 15 points.
So you're saying that the league is over, but because of the referees it's not over. What are you saying?
I'm saying the referees are going to be very critical in deciding who wins the league from now on. Now that Pirates have regained their hope to win the league, and they have these games in hand, and there's a Royal AM question, all those factors are going to play a part on who's going to win the league.
So you don't believe that the league is over now?
I believe that Sundowns has enough experience to have already won the league now, but those factors, they can disturb that.
Well, good people, I tried to get something out of this man, but his outcry is the referee and the decision.
And no one talks about this. I have to talk about it because likely I have a platform, but no one talks about it. The coaches, they are scared now. No one talks about referees anymore.
But had you won this game, we wouldn't be having this discussion.
Yeah, you won the game in Hammersdale and lost today, it would have been much better. The game in Hammersdale is one of the critical games. I will tell you on match day 8.
Well, let us do close. Let us do go home as Amapaga went home with 3 points and Mamelodi Sundowns went home with a under. Which is to say, anything is still possible. The league is not over. This is not the first time I'm saying this, and I wish there was a coach Mpela and tell him in his face that the league is not over. This is my views, my expressions. Please do subscribe, share, comment, and I will see you from me, I'm going to we are out of here.
Yes, boy.
Great.
Sure.
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 We out.